in regards to the question you asked earlier about this whole, like, where's the line with the OF girl thing?
Yeah.
All I was saying was, listen, because in this space, like, the reality is this. Girls get views. Everyone knows that. Girls know that, guys know that, everyone knows that. Whether they're an OF girl or they're not OF girl, it doesn't matter. Girls get views. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So if that's true, it's like, okay, we're just never gonna film with girls again? Probably not, very unlikely, right? So if some girl's gonna have OF, what I was trying to say was this. To everyone watching, listen, I was saying on the stream, I was like, don't spend your money on it. Like these people are here regardless, whether I put them in a video, you put them in a video, he put them in a video, or he doesn't, they're there. If a girl's there, right, whether she does OF or not, she's getting followers from it. She's getting engagement. She's getting dudes in the DMs. If she has the OF, they're falling in there. They're spending money. What I was saying was buy a fucking gym membership. Buy some protein powder. Do something that's going to better your life. Like, you like these content creators because they're fun. They have fun. You like to watch them. Cool. Don't waste your money on some random shit that's getting you nothing. That's what I said if you watch the whole clip. I said it like 3 times. Like, buy a gym membership. Get some protein. The reality I was saying was like, I can't control what you do with your money.
If we're in the Cloud Fest, and part of the Cloud Fest is these characters that have OnlyFans, I don't even think it's even worth it to even do disclaimers because, again, they're part of what this culture is. The fans are just going to have to discern, like, hey, I'm going to go this route or not. Because here's the thing. They're bringing, it's not like there's, I can understand if like whoever this person was just like this blood-sucking leech that wasn't bringing value in terms of content or additional viewers, but they are.
That was my point.
And I think everyone who tries to have a stance on it, they're trying to figure out their own moral agenda because they're like, well, if you really think about it, you're help promoting this person who might be who has this product that might work against what you might think is positive for your audience, but you're also using them for views.
That's the point. I'm telling you, we've been saying the same thing. Like, that's the reality. So I was saying, listen, because the reality is that we're not going to stop filming with girls. I don't think any of these live streamers are just gonna be all bro fest. Like, people are gonna be like, that might be successful a little bit, but not to the degree that a lot of these people want to reach, right? You can't name a single live streamer or influencer or person who hasn't done something. It just doesn't exist. That's got to the level without the opposite sex. Doesn't exist, right? So if that's the case, we're both saying the same thing right now, where it's like, the reality is, yeah, we should just be encouraging our audience to do whatever we think they should do, right? And at the same time, it's also not up to us. Like, we put out there, say like, hey, I don't think you guys should support this, period. Like, and that's where it gets me. And I want to talk to the guys from Fresh and Fit about this as well. Excuse me, the guys from Fresh and Fit about this as well. But that same concept too is interesting to me, where it's like, it's always on them, but like without them, there's no show. If you really put in perspective,
they are the ones that bring the fluff to the
the show does that show
or the after hours shows. So they do 2 shows.
Like, obviously without those guys, right?
Yeah.
The show doesn't exist. Those guys are super smart, super sharp. But without, like, that was the thing that blew them up, was the girls.
Yeah, no, of course.
That you see the Tay, you see I was there, tons, everyone's there, right? And they crush it. But without those girls, the show doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, we can't deny that fact. You can't just say, no, that's not true, because it's just a bunch of bros there. It's not true. Now, with that being said, they do encourage, and they say, guys, they're encouraging guys, you should be focusing on this, you should be focused on that. These other things are actually going to make you have benefit in your life and not be worried about this or that. Like, they're doing good work. So it's hard to find the line of like, how do you exactly play in this field? There is no real line except other than saying like, hey guys, I don't support it.
Hey, listen, it's a little facetious because at the end of the day, it's business, man. Like, it's when you really look at it business wise, it makes sense for the women to be on there, but it makes sense. Like, again, all of these shows, whether it's like Fresh and Fit After Hours or like, shoot, if it was like, say, Neon was gonna have a girlfriend, he's not gonna have like a 500-pound whale that was unattractive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be an attractive woman. Like, that is their value, right? Like, hey, Fresh and Fit's gonna pick the most attractive women. A lot of them seemingly have OnlyFans if they're open to be on these public forums to talk about relationships, right? Again, I don't like when people try to do the thing like, hey, listen, we're both using each other in a way, but the entire part of the content is gonna be, I'm gonna shit on you. Like, I'm gonna tell people you're a piece of shit, while in reality, I'm using you as well, right? Like, you just gotta accept it for what it is, and you don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've sat in debate with people who like on an ideological level, I don't agree with them at all. But they might have an audience that disagrees with mine.
Yeah.
They're bringing a whole different section of the audience. We're using each other. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah. And then in regards to the Neon and Sam thing, just to talk about it, like I've talked to, because at first I was like, this chick's using him, right? Because this is what it looks like from the outside until you get closer and closer. And regardless, she's still using him, but we can't deny the fact that he's also using her in ways, right? Because I talked to him about this more, even on and off stream, and I start to realize, like, dude, she takes care of him, and she's like booking his flight. She's like being like almost like a really super glorified assistant that he probably gets to cuddle with, and she's probably really sweet to him. And who knows what the they're doing behind closed doors? I don't care. I don't judge. You know, I know he talks about he's not doing any of that stuff, but like it is what it is. They're probably cuddling and shit. He's probably like he has a companion.
Her, bro.
I don't know. I believe it. I believe that.
Come on, man.
I believe that, and I said that to him. I believe it. Regardless, I don't care.
Yo, this IRL streaming shit is like just a reality show, man. Like, listen, I think fans are believe. Yo, let me tell you this. I watch, like, anytime I see a man and a woman, like I'll see you on screen with any woman, or even I see Sneeko, like, because I watch his stuff a good amount, and they're like putting them in relationships. It's like it's reality TV. It's like you see a man and a woman who you feel like in your mind they're compatible, and you wanna like play this in hip hop. In hip hop, if you want to take it, if you're like a rapper who's at like a mid-tier level, you want to get to the next level, you gotta get in a relationship, man. You know why? Real talk. Moneybagg Yo, perfect example. Yeah. Right?
Shit.
Yo, he's chilling. Everything is cool. You know what I mean? Like popular, but he's a hood rapper. Guess with this girl named Ari. She's super popular among women.
Yeah.
She doesn't rap. She doesn't do nothing but twerk. Brings him to a whole fucking nother level. You get what I mean? There is a economy in relationships, and I think when people get invested in their lives, I think that's what social media is.
Yeah.
Like over time, they get like, but she says she's always trying to stay off camera, but there's a whole Reddit dedicated to try to like figure out what the fuck she's doing just because we're together. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
It intuitively is going to make sense. I don't know why people are acting like this is like oblivious. Like the storyline of Neon, which if you kind of look at him and if he's with this like attractive OnlyFans girl, it's like it's dope. It's like a dope thing to see unfold, even if you have your criticisms about it. It's content. Yeah. Right? Like I hate when people try to do the moral, like the morals thing, because not saying this is like a immoralistic type of environment, but it's just not that serious. It's like everyone's kind of benefiting from each other. Yeah. And the fans are having entertainment.
And let's keep it a buck though, for real. Like there's a lot of shit that people do that they honestly front like they're not doing it, moral signaling everyone else as well. Like people, like we just got to keep it real. Like no one in this game is perfect.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why I couldn't be in the world you're in. Because me, yo, in the rap world, like I fell out with rappers because I've been around them, and I was like, yo, this dude is a gangster. Like this dude says he's a gangster. When I was around him, this is what I seen. Like you're not like, because hip hop is so much about the realness that if someone's just playing a complete act, you're gonna get exposed. But I've realized in a content space, there are people who kind of have these like, hey, you know, I'm like the Martin Luther King of this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I stand for something. And then, you know, their life is a little bit different, which I look at that and I'm like, yo, that's like a tricky game you're playing. Because me, I pride myself on being one way. Like, whatever you see on camera, you're going to see kind of off camera. Yeah. Like, you know, shit. I wouldn't be indulging in an activity. If I said like, yo, I don't do these things. For me, it would be like career suicide if people found out I did.